Hey, I'm Vivian, infection preventionist, and I am doing this video because something recent happened to me, very, very annoying. But when I go on these trips, I think I've always been like this. But I've had people come visit me on trips, and one was my best friend, one was my brother, and they're totally foodies, which I'm a foodie, but it depends. Um, it's hard to get me out of my shell. I really, really love sweets, but I'm not gonna go um, on like a taste of the town, not usually. So yesterday I tried a bar restaurant right next to my hotel. Now, um, it seems like this bar restaurant was known for seafood. I love seafood. Now, I most of the people I talk to, I don't know, it's not their thing, but I love seafood. And you already know where this is going. I got crab cakes, I got onion rings, I got bacon mac and cheese. If you don't think those go together, whatever. They're all a slush in your stomach. Who cares? I ate them. I think onion rings, anybody can fry onion rings except for me. I can't cook, whatever. Bacon mac and cheese, they could have done it better, but whatever. The crab cakes, I've had better crab cakes. Um, when I was doing these like meal kits or whatever like that, I actually made crab cakes. I really couldn't believe that I made crab cakes. And it was a really good recipe. I'm able to follow recipes. How about that? But like the anxiety of the kitchen is just like way too much. I'm not going to get all of these different little things and have the leftovers hanging over and they can't make other things. So either way, I got this stuff. I am eating at 7 p.m. and um by midnight, I wake up. This is Thursday. I wake up, I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I need to be up early for work. I go to bed 9 o'clock, and by midnight, I'm running to the bathroom. Diarrhea, projectile vomiting. It was awful. So I'm just like dying. One of our rules at work is that if you have a fever, if you are coughing, sneezing, throwing up, diarrhea, stuff like that, you need to have 24 hours outside of those kind of symptoms before you come back to work. You really shouldn't like, oh, my symptoms are gone and then go back to work. I'm glad and I'm blessed to have money that one day off work. But I also, as a contractor, I don't get sick pay. I don't have vacation days. If I don't work, I don't get paid. But I am in a situation where I am able to call off and it won't like break the bank. But what I really wanted to say, as a nurse, I'm an amazing nurse. I would never feed anybody something that has been left out, is bad food, is questionable or anything like that. But I'm a terrible cook, so I would never feed anybody anything like that. I did complain on Google and in my Uber Eats app because that was how I got it. But as an infection preventionist, when we have patients that come to the hospital because they have really, really bad symptoms, and my symptoms largely stopped, I still do have the Hershey squirts, which is horrible. And I talk to my family about their poop all the time, and I'm like, how's your poop? Is it normal? But when people come to the hospital and they have all of these like diarrhea, abdominal pain, throwing up, certain symptoms, and they are positive, especially if they went to a restaurant or their activity is different than normal, they know exactly what they ate, they know where they came from, whatever. If their poop or throw up is positive for Campylobacter, Salmonella, E. coli, Shiga toxin, Shigella, certain bacteria or viruses that cause those typical symptoms, fever, diarrhea, vomiting, upset stomach, we report it to the health department. So even though I'm an infection preventionist, I'm trying to prevent infections in the hospital. I'm also trying to prevent those infections in the community. So as soon as they show up at our door and we test them, or if even the look-alike symptoms show up, we send that information if someone alerts me, because usually I only know about the lab, but it is usually suspicious if a bunch of people show up with similar symptoms to the hospital ER, and we are notified saying a lot of people went to the same restaurant and they all had the same symptoms. So we send that information to the health department, and they're able to do further interviewing to find out what these people ate in the last 3 days. A lot of those bugs, they can, just like mine, it was like 5 hours from the last thing I ate. That was different from what I normally eat, which is stuff from the grocery store. I eat really simple, so it's kind of strange that happened. And like I said, I don't treat myself well. I'm a really good nurse, but I would eat something totally frozen without, like, I eat like oatmeal raw, like I eat whatever, but I would definitely heat up things normally. I do love crab. Mac and cheese, everything was hot. I mean, I would have never guessed, but if I had had really much worse symptoms, obviously I would have gone somewhere and gotten tested. But I got better and I just stayed home the next day, which I really, really suggest you do the same thing too. That's it for me, infection preventionist. This is Vivian. Ask me your questions. Bye.